Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I have a bit of a fun video that I am hoping to turn into a series here on YouTube, inspired by liminal spaces, or even just creepy spaces that you may come across in your everyday travels. I got some of the inspiration for this from several artists I follow, and one of them being Lavendertowne here on YouTube. She did a really cool video where she designed these monsters based on liminal spaces. I'm going to be doing something kind of similar, except I'm going to be doing some more monstrous and almost dragon-like designs, along with maybe a short story or two to go with each one. So let's just dive right into the first monster design. So my first theme is arcade. This is one of my favorite liminal spaces, and I think it makes for some really cool monster designs as a result. I wanted to include as much as I could that gave me the feeling of an arcade, with the floor pattern and the colors and the lights. I of course had to include some mechanical parts, because that's of course a very huge part of an arcade. I wanted to make this thing look like you could, crawl around and hide in behind machines, maybe travel through vents to get from place to place. This guy definitely has a intimidating visage, I guess you could say, for his face. I got the idea for his mouth, his vertical slit of a mouth, from arcade machines themselves. I wanted to make it look almost like a coin slot, and so I used that to take up the entirety of the face without having any eyes. That was my main goal when making this character, and on top of that, I really wanted to just add my own personal flair to it. He has a very similar body shape to another one of my characters, Plish, but I kind of wanted to use that shape but still make it unique in a way, because it's a shape that I really like to draw personally, and with arcades being some of my favorite places, despite almost never going to them, I thought it would tie in more to me. That's what I really wanted to do. So I asked you all to sit back and enjoy this short story that I have for you to listen to while I make the speed paint. You wake up alone in one of the booths of your local arcade. It's dark and would be almost pitch black if it wasn't for the steady glow coming from some of the machines around you. You stretch and let out a yawn, kind of unnerved, but realizing that the situation isn't that dire. This isn't one of those horror video games after all. No animatronic is gonna come to life and chomp you down or something. You sit up and look around, checking to see if anyone else was there. Closing staff must have missed you, curled up out of sight in the booth. You look at your watch, it's 3 a.m. Ugh. What a gross hour, you mutter to yourself. The next day was going to be rough with this nap that you took. Thankfully, your house is pretty nearby. The phone on the wall won't help you though, since no one was home anyway. You figured a nice, brisk walk and the cool night should wake you up a little bit. Gathering yourself together, both physically and mentally, you finally stand up and then jolt to a freeze, wallet spilling out of your loose jacket pocket. You thought you saw movement out of the corner of your eye. That's impossible, though. No one should be there at this hour. You shrug and chalk it up to your groggy mind, and reach to pick up your wallet, only to find it gone. You mutter swears under your breath and bend over to look under the table. In the booth seat, nothing. You crawl around on all fours, looking for your wallet, hoping to find it soon, as the poor sleep has made you quite irritable. More movement catches your eye. Over behind one of the arcade machines. Wallet forgotten, you curiously approach the machine. An incredibly faint, slurping, fleshy sound meets your ears. You crinkle your nose at a strong metallic scent wafting through the air. Peering around the machine, you find a fearsome sight. A beast as big as you are is sat rifling through your precious wallet, tongue searching about every crease and crevice. It was covered in dark, almost black fur, speckled and patterned, almost exactly like the floor of the arcade. It had no visible eyes or ears, giving its face a weirdly flat appearance. Its chest was replaced by a large screen, complete with buttons and joysticks jutting through the fur. Wires and cords emerged from its fur, along with a long, thick tube for a tail. The most disturbing thing was its mouth, a vertical slit the tongue shot in and out of. You could see gruesomely sharp teeth peeking out, arrayed like a shark's, and just as intimidating. You slowly back away, no longer wanting your money. The creature suddenly looks up, or at least turns its mouth towards you, tongue still flicking in and out. It lunges out of its hiding spot and pins you hard to the ground, your head smacking painfully against the floor, with your eyes blurring from the pain. It lowers its mouth towards you and flicks its tongue in and out like a snake. You freeze, trying to brace yourself for when it attacks. But instead of biting down, it instead turns its attention to your jacket. It makes a weird screeching, almost mechanical sound, and starts ruffling through your jacket pockets with its claws. You're still frozen, though now in surprise. It finds your spare quarters, the ones you had saved for your next visit to the arcade, and swallows them whole. It hops off of you and into an open vent where it almost silently disappears. So, what do you think? Would you give this guy your quarters? I'm sure he'd appreciate it. I plan to put this guy up as a sticker, maybe over on Redbubble, because I quite like his design and might have to buy one myself. I hope you all like this guy and hope you enjoy the series. I plan to do at least several more of them, and if you guys are interested, please feel free to leave down in the comments another place or an idea that I could do a monster based off of. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope to see you all in the next video. But until then, bye!